Tell me. So you've read about my stuff.
And
You live in Bradford, don't you?
I live in Bradford, yeah, born and bred. And it's Elba, you can't be a... Because, is it because
Idris
black?
Elba.
Idris Elba.
What are you looking at? My Twitter?
Yes, there's something on Twitter there about... And really not very nice things to say about you.
People saying about me?
Yeah, because they're saying you're
what are they saying?
Racist and all sorts.
What else are they saying?
I just had a quick glance from
No, but read. What are they saying? Read out. You not got your glasses? No. You left them behind when you came for your food. Can you read it at all? Do you want me to read it?
I was trying.
I won't read the good ones.
Even all the good ones, who are they? What are they? Like, okay, you made comments about this Huddersfield. Was this yesterday?
Oh, the Huddersfield, the Muslim grooming gang. Majority Pakistani Muslim grooming gang, sorry.
Muslim. Okay, what about when there's...
and there's a woman.
Men, isn't it? They're just the guys. You just like
30 of them.
Yeah, just like it could be Rolf Harris and his friend Jimmy Savile and his friends.
I always hear that.
Judges and their friends, priests.
Catholic priests. But I don't think...
You don't sit there and say, oh, Catholic priest.
I do, quite a lot. I don't think it makes it better though.
That, it's Muslim men do this. Men are men, whether they're black, white or yellow. At the end of the day, it doesn't, not because their religion doesn't teach them to do stuff like that, does it? It's just them as sad individuals, isn't it? Nothing to do with being Muslim. Muslim doesn't teach stuff like that. I'm not educated enough to tell you about what Muslims should.
You are. You have your own opinions. You have your own. That's just good enough.
Muslims, you're not brought up to do that. Treat women like that. We've all got daughters, mothers, sisters, wives. You don't behave like that. At the end of the day, if the punishment for them under Islamic law is a lot harsher here. Why? As it's not allowed. It's not.
Let me ask you a couple of things really openly, because I think your view really matters. What you're saying really we don't hear your view at all. Where we are in London, you don't hear gentlemen from Bradford going, actually, this isn't to do with me. So let me say, the Huddersfield list was 30 men charged with grooming young girls, blah, blah, blah. Every single name on that list.
They should be locked up for a long time, end of.
Do you think we hear enough of that? So my criticism would be, I don't hear, maybe I don't look for it, or maybe I don't see it, I don't hear Muslim men that much going, this is horrific. Our community doesn't do this.
Which Muslim man's going to condone a behaviour like that? Nobody's going to condone it. It's ridiculous. And end of the day, you don't look for it. What about I said, all the, if I say it's a white Englishman,
Catholic priests,
whatever they are, judges, whatever they are, policemen, grooming, rapes. What about all them? Is it because it's Muslim? Do they get extra sentence on because they've got a Muslim name? Do they get extra time for that because they're Muslim? Why?
And so two things. One thing I always think, well, a Jimmy Savile, a Rolf Harris, whatever name, Catholic priest, doesn't make it okay that these guys are doing it, and it doesn't make it okay that they did it. None of it's okay, which we agree. Yeah. So that argument doesn't work because we all agree nothing's okay. Yeah. But then I look at that list of those names from Huddersfield yesterday, and every single one of them appears to me to be, and I could be wrong, a Pakistani Muslim man. And then I'm like, but what is it about being a Pakistani Muslim man that makes it okay? And what we hear is, it's okay for those guys do think women like me, my daughters, are white slags. Is that what some people think?
It might be what some people, but not.
And where are they getting it from? Who's teaching them that?
It's not the majority.
I'm not saying that you've got the answer. I'm just...
No, not the majority. There's a small minority, just like there's a small minority of white people, white Catholics, whatever they are. They do the same stuff. But at the end of the day, media wants to sell newspapers and get more hits. So you put the Muslim comment in, and then it raises your profile, doesn't it?
Oh, and not for me. The fight for me is about I've got a 14-year-old daughter. All those girls yesterday from Huddersfield were 14.
I've got a 16-year-old daughter, and at the end of the day, I'd probably do worse if God forbid that ever happened.
You'd do worse. I'd do worse. Yeah. Well, we could join together. I would do the same. I would do the same. They wouldn't walk again. I wouldn't have it.
You'd do anything and everything.
I would.
If they were in front of you, had a chance to do something. As a parent, you'd do exactly the same as me. Wouldn't you?
I would. No, I would.
I wouldn't do any less. You wouldn't do any less, would you?
No, we would do the same.
Because at the end of the day, they've done wrong. Whoever
to your child.
Yeah. No one's going to tolerate that. Nobody.
And I think it's an important message, and I think it's what you're saying is really important, and what we could do more, what I could do with more. And it's not about you could say I don't give a stuff what you think, Katie Hopkins, and I get that too. Plenty of people say, "Shut your face, you Islamophobic, old racist, old cow." I know that, but I can't help but feel too many people do turn a blind eye to this. Help me understand. Where's the mum or the dad of that guy who turned into a grooming gang member? What happens to people? Same with the white Catholic priest, whatever. What happens to them?
I don't think they sit there and discuss it with their family. They think, I'm going to go do this. I'm going out.
I'm going to traffic this kid.
I'm going to go grooming little girls. Yeah. I'm going to go sell heroin, drugs. I'm not. They're not going to say that. No, they're not going to sit there and discuss it with nobody. It's just their dirty little circle, black, white, yellow, whatever they are. They're all the same. They all need castrating.
No, I agree with you entirely. You and I have the same view entirely. And then police have been said, social services, it was said, were too frightened to talk about it.
Why would they be frightened?
Because it was said that they were too frightened to talk about it because they didn't want to be called racist or offend the Muslim community.
No, but it's not about the Muslim community. It's about those people. They should be dealt with by the laws of the land, which we've got to respect the laws of the land. So they should be dealt with in whatever manner, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 100. They shouldn't be getting little sentences. They should be getting long sentences as a deterrent to others. Because like that Rochdale, that TV program, I watched it and I was horrified. Honestly, I was horrified. And it's not nice. Because we've all got kids. They should be dealt with. And social service, they're not doing their job if they're scared of saying something. If that person there is not doing their job, they should be out. Somebody else should be there doing their job and chasing people. I don't know.
And you work, don't you, in Bradford? Yeah. Or you work somewhere?
Yeah, I've been born and bred here, yeah.
How many generations of your family are here?
My father came in the 1960s and then I've got kids.
Is your dad still alive?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. So my question, and one of the things I say, and I'm thinking of things now that I say that really annoy people, because I'm thinking...
Not everybody's the same. I could look at you and say, white racist. Oh, look, white racist here. Look at him. He looks dodgy.
He does look dodgy. Yeah? You try working with that. That is hard.
No, but I'm saying I could sit there and say, every white man's
a racist, or a pedo or whatever the Catholic Church are sometimes.
But at the end of the day, not everybody's the same. Where I live it was predominantly white. We were the First Asian family there long time ago. Now there's still a good mixture of people there. And at the end of the day, there are neighbours where there's a Hindu man across the road who we've never really spoken to him because
I don't speak to my neighbours either, so just so you know.
Hindu Muslim thing, I don't know. But he got broken into the other day, and me and my brother came out at 2 o'clock in the morning, and after that, he's waving and happy, and
you came out to see if he was all right.
We went, and we disturbed him, and then they went off. So
good for you for doing that.
But it doesn't matter.
But now he says hello.
Now he thinks, my neighbours are all right. He's Asian. It doesn't matter, black, white, Sikh, Muslim, we all live together, and at the end of the day, there's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing...
Can I ask you another question? And I'm asking as a person who can answer me honestly as you can. Tell me, when we have the grooming gangs thing, we're acknowledging it happens on both sides, white, Muslim, whatever, but do you think it's helpful, let's say the list from Huddersfield, Pakistani Muslim men, do you think it's helpful when the media use the term Asian? I find it really annoying, the word Asian, because to me it lumps in a whole... They should state the people from where they come from and not beat around the bush. That's what I feel.
When you put Muslim, there could be a white person there, Muslim. So Muslim covers all colours.
Yeah, of course, I totally agree.
Yeah, so Asian, call it South Asian, whatever, to cover, Pakistanis, if you want to cover them. But Muslim covers... anywhere, any country in the world, any shape, size, colour, it could be anybody, couldn't it? There could be blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, well, I've met plenty. I've met one who wanted to meet me here in Bradford, actually, who's a convert, but whatever,
Exactly, so it could be anyone, anywhere.
And when you see someone like me, not necessarily me or my face, because we can all have comments about that, but when you see women or your children, your daughters, or if I have daughters, do you think the Western way is kind of the wrong way, the way that we would be, or my daughters might be in shorts and t-shirt, the whole relaxed.
End of the day, I don't want my daughter in tight clothes, skimpy clothes, and hot pants.
Nor do I actually. As it goes right now, I don't want my 13-year-old like that either. No, I don't.
There's predators out. There is people out there. There is predators wherever they are. You don't know whether you're teachers, schools, religious places, churches, mosques. You don't know who they are, where they are. You're inviting them.
To look.
You are, yeah. You're putting everything on display and saying, "Come and look at me."
I see what you're saying. But then I think it goes to the other extreme. Once you get into the whole burqa, headdress, niqab, face covering, only eyes, I do find that weird. I find that weird to me.
Those women get a lot more respect than a woman dressed in like that. They don't, because there's nothing for them to look at. They're not gonna. They can't see anything. So they just leave them to it. That no one. They get a lot more respect. Ask any woman. Go ask this convert woman. Why do you wear hijab?
Well, I'll go and ask the ladies. That's one of the reasons I did come to ask exactly that question. Why do you wear that?
Yeah. Because all the curvy bits are for your man, not for every man.
But if you can't get we're in the cafe, right? Yeah. Let's just say there isn't noodles on here, but there's like sandwiches, or there's like jacket potatoes with cheese and beans. If I try and eat that in a face veil, that's not going to go well.
I'm sure they know how to eat.
Maybe you have to go raw.
Whatever, I don't know however they do it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but that's weird. Like, to me, that's weird. And I've seen women eat spaghetti with them on, and it's a blooming nightmare. And then I'm like, why would you do that? Do you not think it's a bit weird?
I think there's a lot more than just eating.
Yeah, but to eat, it's blooming hard.
And I'm sure it's not that hard.
Well, I think you should put one on and give it a whirl.
I think you should put one on. You walk down the street, as you are now, and you walk on with the burqa on, and we'll see what response you get.
What do you think? Yeah. I know, I'm tempted to do it. What do you think is... let me set this challenge up. I walk around as I am, see what happens. Yeah. Then I put a burqa on, see what happens. What's going to happen?
On a Saturday night.
Oh, I see.
When you're all dolled up.
That doesn't happen. But let's go with the example. What will happen if I'm in a burqa? I'll have a better time.
No, you won't get harassed. You will not get harassed.
But then is it up to, so this is where the feminists, and I'm not one of them, not one of the screaming, burn your bra, wear a silly hat on your head, they would say, well, men shouldn't be looking at women.
It's just man's nature, isn't it?
I think it is actually.
You can't stop that, can you?
No.
Feminists don't know.
My husband looks at people's boobs. That happens.
I've seen
that happen.
Yeah.
That is being naughty.
Do you like it?
That's very naughty.
Why?
Because you shouldn't be looking at other women's boobs.
Because they've got them. They sat on display saying,
they
hello.
Are. And but if I had those, I would get them out. I would.
Yeah. So
I'd love them.
So other people to be saying that would your husband like that?
If I'd just like to have boobs, I would. But that's a private issue, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you another thing that I say that annoys people, and the reason I'm asking it is because you're being kind enough to listen, and you're happy that I'm asking you. I say, if Islam's so fantastic, why do Muslims come to Western countries? Why not stay in countries that are really Islamic?
Because
like proper Islam.
Because England needed people, so our parents came, our fathers, forefathers, they came to help build this country. Work in the army.
Third generation, fourth generation.
In the armies to fight wherever England decided to go.
Agreed. So I always tend to get on quite well with older migrants.
So they came to make some money,
totally agree.
Make a better life back home.
And worked harder, actually, than a lot of British nationals. Yeah. I see that. I see that all over the place. Yeah. Now tell me, same in Sweden, actually, the old generations I get on well with. Why the newbies? Why do they come, and why don't they want to work as hard?
They all have to. Nobody can come into this country if somebody wants to.
Well, they plenty do.
No, if they choose to get married from abroad, for whatever reason, the person here has to be earning X, Y, and Z. They have to come here. They've got no easy life. They can't claim social. They have to work and they graft, and they'll work harder than anybody here, whether they're Muslim or white or non-Muslim or whatever they are, because they're going to build a life here, and they'll help support their family back home.
And I buy into that for many people, but also we do have statistics that are like X percent of Somali refugees that arrive here or migrants don't work, or a lot of women that don't work.
Yeah, and so then I'm like, well, why? They don't want to work. If they've got family, they've got kids, they've got responsibilities at home, they can't work. They've got young kids.
I had kids, I worked.
That's your choice, though, isn't it?
But I don't choose to pay for people that want to come to my country. They want to stay at home.
Yeah, but end of the day, if their husband's working or the kids are working, they might have little children, whatever it is.
Anyway, going back to my question, why come to countries that aren't predominantly Islamic countries?
Go ask them who are like.
Well,
60.
I'm asking
I'm
you,
not
but
si- I'm not
you're
60.
the old dude that's always lived here. The new ones that arrive here and then say, if England's
Because
so
the
Islamophobic, why is
no,
everyone coming?
Because obviously the women here, they've been born and bred here. They've got work, they've got houses, they've got cars, they've got everything. They're not going to go live in a third world country, are they? Where they work so hard, their parents worked so hard, brought them up, educated them, they're working. So rather than them going take a step backwards, that guy's going to come here.
Let me ask you a question. I don't agree with Libya sending all of its people across the Mediterranean to come to Europe, and they're going to take your places and my places, in my view. Do you agree with migrants coming across the Med? They're being trafficked over the Med.
Yeah,
It's
they
like a
are being
blooming
trafficked.
ferry service.
Yeah, but it's
It
all
bothers
part of-
me.
Yeah, bigger debate. It's all part of why certain countries are going to certain countries, and so where do you expect them to? Where do you want them to go? You wipe them out. You put them back to the Stone Age, and then you think, stay there. We'll give you some cement and make you little mud huts. Why? With some certain countries are sending their armies there. So what do you want them to do? Where do you want them to live? You go there, take everything from them, and what? Where are they supposed to go? They're going to go, they've got nowhere to go. They can't support themselves, there's no infrastructure, there's no jobs, there's no houses. You know, half the family's been wiped out, all the family's been wiped out. Where are they supposed to go?
Well, how did your family find their way and start and make a living and found their way? They
came
grafted
in the 1960s,
and grafted.
Yeah, well,
I'm concerned that we're importing a whole world of people who don't want to work but see this place as some kind of
It's not
Elysium, you know, this idea of this golden
there's
place.
nothing. There's not at all. How is it? There's no freebies here. They come. They're on the breadline here. There's certain charities that do a lot of work with these refugees. They're on the breadline. People, when they come on a mosque on Friday, they'll say, anybody got any furniture for them? Can you donate food for them? And it's not. They don't just help Muslim people. They help anybody, any homeless. You know, Muslims. They do help other people. It's not. There'll be soup kitchens here and food kitchens and all sorts, but you will never go see the good side of it.
No, I do.
Nobody's interested in listening to you saying good stuff about Muslims, are they?
So I think that might be really untrue. I think it's always surprising when people like me,
Well, the little bit I just
they wouldn't
saw-
even imagine we'd be sat here, would they? Because they'd think you wouldn't speak to me and that I'd be like, ah!